Welcome to today's workshop on getting organized in writing. We're going to talk a little bit about how to organize your ideas. Some of the pre-writing exercises that you can utilize in the first stages of writing and when you're just trying to generate ideas include asking questions, creating lists, free writing, discussion, clustering, and outlining. Sometimes you may use more than one of these pre-writing techniques. Some may work better for you than others. Many of these are covered in our Getting Started in Writing workshop, but briefly we'll look at two examples of pre-writing, clustering and outlining. These are some of the most effective techniques that you may use in order to organize your ideas. Clustering is a good pre-writing technique that allows you to consider ideas as they occur to you, a lot like free association. When you're clustering, choose a word or phrase that is central to the subject that you're going to be writing about, or your working thesis, and then move outward to any ideas you associate with that particular word or phrase. So let's say that we know we're going to be writing a paper on the advantages of the College of DuPage. This is our central topic. Let's say one of the things that we think about immediately is the faculty. Convenient location might come to mind as well, as might diverse student body, some of the classes that are here, as well as the cost of tuition. But let's say as you come up with the idea of the cost of tuition as an advantage to attending the College of DuPage, we also think of some extra ideas. You may have no debt or less debt coming out of school. It may save you money for the long run, whatever your long-term goals are. So this is just an example of what a cluster would look like as you're generating ideas for how to write a paper about the advantages of the College of DuPage. Another technique you might use is outlining. We begin with our draft thesis, and then we start to brainstorm and organize any potential supporting ideas. So let's say our draft thesis is, through its many amenities, Glen Ellen offers great options to new families. Some of the things that might come to mind are its schools, parks, and restaurants. So as we start outlining, there's a bit of a list that we generate here. Under schools, we come up with examples like Lincoln Elementary, we have some high schools, and then we have the College of DuPage. We also come up with the idea of parks being one of the better draws for Glen Ellen, as well as restaurants in the area, like Shannon's, Fire and Wine, and Toot Toot's Train and Whistle Grill. So when you're considering how to organize your ideas, you want to remember that generally every paper is going to have a similar format. It may look a little something like this. We begin with our thesis. In this case, at the beginning of the writing process, we would have just a draft thesis, something that we can work with and that we will eventually tweak or adjust depending on any research that we're doing or any new information we come across. Obviously, the bulk of the paper will be the body. Then we work on the introduction, and lastly, the conclusion. So let's talk about thesis for a moment. A thesis includes the topic. This is what you are writing about, the subject matter. An assertion, that's what stance you're taking on your subject. The significance, which would be why you're taking that particular stance, how you will show that stance. And this often uses the words because, through, or by in order to indicate the importance. And then lastly, your thesis should consider the audience, who your paper is geared toward. So let's take a look at our sample draft thesis. Again, through its many amenities, Glen Ellen offers great options to new families. So our topic is Glen Ellen. Our assertion is that it offers great options. Our significance is through its many amenities. And again, we have the through giving us a little clue there about how important this is. And then lastly, our audience is new families. For any additional help that you may require in organizing your ideas, please feel free to come into Writing, Reading, Speech Assistance, and one of our coaches will be happy to help you with that particular process.